Good morning, guys. My name is Crystal. How is everyone this morning? If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please do subscribe. I'm here in my flat in Rochester. It is still hot and sunny. So I've actually not that long got up. I was up in the early hours of the morning. I'll tell you why in a moment. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 2006, Norwegian police recovered Edvard Munch's painting The Scream, 2 years after it was stolen, and about a decade before it became way more famous in emoji form.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 9:07 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Thursday the 31st of August.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
Currently, in Rochester it's 15 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 17 degrees and a low of 14 degrees. Also, there's a flood alert in effect.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why did the turtle break up with the giraffe? They never saw eye to eye.
Because the giraffe is tall and the tortoise is small. Right, guys, so here I am in my flat, another day. So, basically, I'm at home. I'm not going to go anywhere really today. I've got a home delivery coming, some shopping. I don't like the experience of going out like I used to go out. I'm a quiet person. I don't like crowds of people. So I'm just really going to try and wait till the children have gone back to school when it should be less busy. I'm also don't want to leave Max behind too long because obviously my cat's gone missing. I don't know what happened to her. The kind lady downstairs, she's trying to help. She put an ad somewhere and she's looking out for my cat, but she also said that's strange that your cat just went like that without anybody hearing or seeing anything in the space of half an hour. So at least I've got somebody that seems to care, which is good. Last night there was a sound of a cat outside. It's going meow, meow, meow. I tried to go back to sleep. Go back and try and sleep again, and I couldn't. So I got up, I looked out the bedroom window, I couldn't see anything. Went into the living room, looked down the road, and I could see a tortoiseshell cat, but it was either half tabby, half white, or half tortoiseshell and half a white cat. So I couldn't really get back to sleep properly after that because obviously, I've got my cat on my mind, I had that cat for a long, long time. I had it at Lansdowne Court, the previous flat that I lived at. When she did try to get out of the window, she had quite long and sharp claws and she would grip things. She wasn't a cat that really would fall off the balcony. I wouldn't say she'd have fallen off. I haven't got a clue. I've been going out once a week. I've got a camera set up in the bedroom now. Basically, I've been going out once a week, and sometimes I've been staying out for 5 hours. Right, I don't know what goes on in my flat when I go out. Nobody knows what goes on there in their flats, what their animals get up to, etc. when they go out to work or whatever. That's why I've put a camera up in the bedroom now, because that's where my other cat is. This place, I wouldn't say is child friendly. I haven't got children. me myself, I just live by myself. So, things get left on the floor. Things aren't child protected. There's no covers on the plugs because I haven't got kids. So this place isn't safe, friendly for children. I mean, I've got bits of makeup that's fallen on the floor. I live on my own. I live at my leisure. So basically I'll get up and, there's sharp corners on the tables. When I took my kids years and years ago to nursery, a child fell on the corner of a table. Right, so I would just say that this is not a child-friendly flat. So I've got tablets as well on the table because I take medication. So it's a flat that's for me. It's for me and my dog, and that's it. When you get with somebody, then you change the way the flat is, don't you? Someone moves in, their things come in, they put their things in the bathroom, and it changes. Just as when you have children, your lifestyle changes. You've got to make the place safe for children to live in. You've got to cover the plug sockets, and you've got to make sure there's protective covers on sharp corners. So I don't know what goes on in my flat when I've been out. I know strange things have happened. My mum will say something about I'm just going to give you these tissues, Ginestra, and then I'll come home and I'll find a box of tissues on my floor, I'm just, it could be a coincidence, the dog or the cat could have knocked them off, but I'm just saying that is what sometimes that happens. So I've got a shopping delivery today, just my usual bi-weekly shop every 2 weeks. With that compensation, I just got some food extra top up, so I didn't just waste it. The sun is out again, it's warm, and I'm on my own, so I get up and what is the hurry? I was up in the early hours of the morning, I heard a cat and I thought it was my cat, then I got upset and I couldn't get back to sleep till about 3 or 4. So I've got up, I've had a few hours sleep. Around 8:30, there was guys walking under the balcony and they were going, look, that's what I heard. I stirred and I got up and I've made myself a cup of coffee. Snowball started to meow by the bedroom door, so I went and fed my cat, and we're up and ready for the day where I usually take Max out for a walk, and I just get on with things. But I am by myself, right? So I had a conversation with the old lady downstairs yesterday afternoon because she called me over when I was coming back with Max, and she said, "Crystal, have you found your cat?" "No, I haven't." Can you give me a picture of your cat?" My cat has got distinctive markings, brilliant pieces of ginger in the coat near her neck. And right, guys, so like I said, it's getting up, motivating yourself, and not, the lady next door used to get up about 6 or 7 in the morning. She had kids, and she used to walk her little black dog. I'm not a early bird, I'm afraid. I used to be. I did a long time ago. I used to get up for work about 5 in the morning and go to work. But now, as I've got older, I just can't. I just I get up later. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Road remains closed in both directions after two separate fires. On the train, C2C services are disrupted. They're running with delays from Fenchurch Street and Barking because of overhead wire problems.
This is LBC.
I'm Paul Holmes, part of the restorative team at the Dawood and Tanner Dental Practice. We are passionate about preserving your teeth, working to the highest level of precision to provide minimally invasive treatments with a gentle manner in a stress-free environment.
From restorative work to dental implants, Dawood and Tanner, celebrating 30 years at the forefront of world-class dentistry.
To find out more and meet the team, start at dawoodandtanner.co.uk.
Call Nick Ferrari now. 0345 6060 973 LBC.
A squeezing across the chest. A feeling of unease. That sense something's not right.
It can be easy to dismiss the early signs of a heart attack, but it's never too early to call 999 and describe your symptoms. Your NHS is here for you.
Juicy ripe Rosedene Farm strawberries, price matched at only £1.59 for 227 grams at Tesco. Perfect for making a refreshing eaten mess and being deliciously devoured by messy eaters of all ages. That's true value. Tesco. Every little helps. Serving suggestion, price match 31st of the 7th pro rata versus GBLD. Check twice weekly, excludes promo. Selected stores, excludes Express and Northern Ireland. Details tesco.com/LD price match.
Get up to 60% off fully built kitchen units at Rain. Plus get a Neff dishwasher fitted £149 in our summer sale. Offers apply only by all units since 13th of September.
Let's salute the morning people who are on day 3 of dry shampoo, who sit in bed and convince themselves that no one will notice. These proper morning people deserve a proper breakfast, like a delicious bacon and egg McMuffin, a frothy cappuccino and a dollop of optimism. McDonald's. Breakfast done properly. 7 till 11 a.m.
Kayak is the travel site that finds you cheap deals on flights. But what if there was a place you could find cheap hand-picked deals to destinations like the wondrous coast of Sardinia or the idyllic seaside town of Split? Just imagine.
Sorry guys, I was just messaging somebody. I don't like adverts myself, but they happen, don't they? And it's always a teeth and a heart attack. A good combination. There's loads of adverts, right? And you do listen to them subconsciously, even if you don't really listen to them when you sat down. It goes into your subconscious mind, you know. The sound and things you don't think you're listening to, it goes into your subconscious mind.
Call 0345 6060 973.
Check out this video. We're on the team bus after the game. How long does it take? I would imagine a couple of hours. The women have to obviously get the cup, then they want to shower and they change into their civilian clothes, or whatever they call it, their tracksuits. They appear, t-shirts and tracksuits they appear to be wearing. So we're probably 2-3 hours after the final whistle. There seems to be a different tone then. Pauline's in Twickenham. Pauline?
Oh, hi. I just cannot get my head around this kiss, so-called kiss. It was a peck. It lasted a cup. I'm sorry, Nick. It was a peck. Listen, I don't listen. I tell you something. Oh my goodness, I'm so incensed. I don't normally watch football. I never watch it. I'm about as interested in that as watching the Dulux colour chart. I only like white. Well, they're probably they're very expensive, and you can't actually wash the walls very good with the expensive ones.
Anyway, what we do?
Yes, I do like them. But the thing, I've got to be honest, this kiss has gone completely over the top. You know, all day Friday, all day Saturday.
We're doing it today because of the video that's just emerged.
Yes, I know, and that is why I'm even more incensed after this video. If somebody points out to somebody that happened to you, well, I wouldn't have been happy if that had happened to me. Well, listen,
you wouldn't have been happy. So let's say I meet you in Waitrose at Twickenham, or by the subway next to the police station,
Yeah.
and I do know Twickenham quite well, and I suddenly recognise you, and I say, Pauline, and I hold your head like that,
Yeah.
and that is not the way to welcome someone, is it?
Listen, to be honest,
It's not.
You say that. Honestly, I think when people go on like this, about this little kids when other things are happening in the world, it was a kid. It was the Ferrari of the moment. You can see he was happy. The team's just won. She was happy. Everybody.
Is she
when
happy?
you look at the video,
How do you
of
know
the
she's
kids,
happy?
well, she certainly didn't look up. I'll tell you something. Well, you probably knocked me off the radio if I tell you something.
Well.
But because I phoned in before about this, a couple of
But
years.
you're not going to name someone, are you?
No, I'm not
No,
going to name anybody.
Okay,
But
no.
listening to this Mark Rowley business all the time, I've had a lot worse happen to me in my own home.
It doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it right. But the Metropolitan Police, anti-independent police complaints people, oh, well, it was just down to he didn't realise, it was just down to this, it was...
Oh, all right. Stay on the line. Because I want to talk about what this video brings to the equation. Pauline, please say, Michael's in Maida Vale. So, Michael, what would you say to Pauline and her view on this video and the kiss that preceded it?
Well, my immediate reaction is that it would have been completely innocuous had he not been holding her head from both sides so that she couldn't escape it. Now, if she'd been able to turn her head, she would have got the kiss on the cheek. Nobody would have said about it. It was just high spirits. But the point is that nobody has mentioned the fact that she couldn't escape it because of the way he was holding her.
Pauline, what do you say to Michael? There we are. She had no means of escape. She's effectively gripped.
Listen, she had no means of escape, you say, right?
Yes.
When he let go, she should have slapped him around the face.
Oh,
if she was so unhappy about
Hang on,
it.
no, she can't. That would bring Spain into such... Well, not that they've done particularly well anyway, but...
Well, what's it done this way? Well, do you know, when people going on like this about... Do you know, have you ever watched a Western where some guy, he might be a little bit strange, he's come into town, he's gone in the bar...
This isn't a Western,
and all of a sudden he must be the bloke who hung my mother, or raped my mother on a farm. Next minute, the whole town's rounded up and they want the bloke hung, drawn and quartered.
Last word from you on this, Michael?
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not changing my position. If she had been in a position to escape, it would have been a completely different article.
Pauline, thank you. Have a good day. Michael, thank you. We shall return to this. Let's try and bring it to the video. I know we didn't have the opportunity to discuss this because I was out of the country last week, but let's try and bring it to the video if we can and what that brings. So we come to events that happened almost exactly an hour ago. News in Westminster that had been expected and was well prepped for the PM. Long-serving Defence Secretary Ben Wallace announced his resignation. Now, he served in the role under 3 PMs since 2019. He's been in government since 2015, making him the longest-serving continuous minister in the current setup. He was hailed for his leadership during the Afghanistan crisis and his straight-talking approach to Vladimir Putin over Ukraine. LBC's political reporter Henry Riley looks back on his life and times, and a warning, there is some colourful language, and that's just Henry Riley.
I think the world is going to become more insecure, more unstable, and more anxious for the next decade or 2 decades.
He had been the longest continuously serving minister in government, having been appointed as the Northern Ireland Minister by David Cameron in 2015, to then serving 3 years as Security Minister under Theresa May and over 4 years as the Defence Secretary.
We will continue to donate, continue to train, and continue to stand by Ukraine.
Appointed to one of the most important UK public offices in July 2019, Ben Wallace has served in the role under 3 Prime Ministers, but was often tipped for the top job himself.
Last time I said I wouldn't stand, it was not something that I was prepared to do. I think you really have to want it as a Prime Minister to do that job. You have to really, really think it's the job for you. For me, I feel that I can add the best value in keeping people safe.
A former captain in the Scots Guards, Mr Wallace was often characterised as a straight-talking figure at the heart of government.
You mentioned Pen Farthing. You might have seen this tweet. Secretary of State quotes, "I've been left to fend for myself in Kabul, cut off from my MOD support line by the Special Advisor to Ben Wallace, 22-year Marine left behind lines. Neither my staff or animals will now get out. Cheers, Boris Johnson." Secretary of State.
Well, first of all, that's bollocks, Nick.
But despite his seemingly tough exterior, he was also a man who was not afraid to display emotion.
In his really deep
part of regret for me. That some people won't get back. Some people won't get back, and we will have to do our best in third countries to process these people.
Why do you feel it so personally, Mr. Wallace?
Because I'm sold. Because it's sad, and the West has done what it's done.
And when the UK withdrawal of Afghanistan had fallen down the news pecking order, a new conflict arose, with Mr. Wallace once again playing a leading role.
Russia are starting to fail in many areas. They have failed so far and are unlikely to ever succeed in occupying Ukraine.
A war on the ground which Mr. Wallace was involved with, but also a war of words with the Russian president.
So the message from this is one thing. It's we're not going anywhere, Mr. Putin. We're here for the long haul.
But despite his reputation as a reliable figure at the heart of government, he was left red-faced when a prankster was allowed to penetrate his security measures, pretending to be the Ukrainian Prime Minister.
Hello, how are you there?
I'm fine, I'm in Poland.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know.
The former Defence Secretary was also a man not afraid to have a joke.
Hunt saboteurs said I was having an affair with his trust and doing copious amounts of cocaine. And they're not linked to the observation, by the way. And I just replied, I'm surprised you didn't identify me as coming from the planet Krypton or something.
But ultimately, a man who went on his own terms, leaving government as one of the longest-serving defence secretaries in modern times, and a man who, as Rishi Sunak references in his letter, has more to offer politics, not necessarily at home, but also on the international stage.
Ultimately, I'm going to stand at the next election. I think it's only fair to the sitting Prime Minister that he goes into the next election with a Defence Secretary that's not going to say 6 weeks before I'm off. And I wanted to sort of go on my terms. And I think it is probably really important for the mental health of myself and my family that you leave on a high.
As former Defence Secretary Ben Wallace speaking with my global colleague John Sopel, Henry Riley's back in the studio now with news of who could be the successor. Just before we move